Investing in gold doesn't have to be complicated. I'm Colin Plume, the CEO of Noble Gold Investments, and I want to take the time to show you how investing in a gold IRA can help you hedge your bets against inflation and other economic concerns on the horizon. Visit Noble Gold Investments and get our free gold investment guide on buying gold the right way. And make sure you're investing with the right company. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com.
Good Friday morning. I'm still reporting on the coup. On Wednesday, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. filed with the Federal Election Commission to primary Jumpin Joe Biden. Kennedy is an attorney well known for his public service work. He's the founder and chairman of Children's Health Defense, a nonprofit dedicated to protecting children's health and advocating for safer vaccines. Throughout the COVID pandemic, Kennedy was a leading voice for greater transparency and accountability in the vaccine approval process, and has called for independent research to be conducted on vaccine safety. 24 years ago, Kennedy established the Waterkeeper Alliance to protect and preserve water resources and promote clean water policies, including holding water polluters accountable. Kennedy, who has not yet formally announced his run for the Democrat nomination, did issue this statement. My top priority is to end the corrupt merger between state and corporate power that has ruined our economy, shattered the middle class, polluted our landscape and waters, and poisoned our children and robbed us of our values and freedom. Kennedy is also the author of The Real Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates, Big Pharma, and the Global War on Democracy and Public Health. However, Kennedy has been a vocal advocate for the Paris Climate Change Agreement. In a 2015 op-ed in the Huffington Post, Kennedy called it a landmark achievement. However, Kennedy's work has indicated that he is pro-American and has consistently advocated for democracy, the rule of law, civil liberties, and human rights. That would make him a much more pro-America candidate than China Joe or any close comrades of the Obama-Clinton axis. In my opinion, if Kennedy goes ahead and primaries Biden, he will easily beat him, and with his reputation for integrity and support for the rule of law, will hopefully reject lawfare politics or any sort of election skullduggery, and that would be a welcomed addition to the American political scene.
The easiest thing for a politician to do is to appeal to our greed, to our anger, to our fear. What my father tried to do is much more complicated, but you can do it, which is to make people feel that they're part of a community and that they're on a heroic journey to do something that is going to be great, that's going to be historical. People respond to that kind of vision. I saw it happen to my father, and we can do it again in this country.
Yes, and that is precisely what Donald Trump has done.
You see, the assault on not only on the poor in our country, but there was a $3.8 trillion shift in wealth from the middle class and the poor to this new aristocracy of billionaires, a lot of them from Silicon Valley, who own the companies that were the biggest beneficiaries, and they were the ones who were censoring criticism of the lockdowns that were making them rich. So if you're outside of this system and you're looking in, it looks crooked.
You bet it looks crooked, and when you add the China connection, it looks way more than that. Jesse Waters ran 2 examples of Joe Biden plagiarizing a Kennedy speech, the first one from 1987.
It cannot measure the health of our children, the quality of our education, the joy of their play.
The gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play.
Our generation of Americans will pay any price, bear any burden, accept any challenge, and meet any hardship.
We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship.
However, some conservatives are not thrilled with Kennedy's chances against the Biden machine.
The DNC will probably rig it so there won't be a debate, and it's going to be tough for RFK Jr. to get on TV because Big Pharma pays the bills. But he is a Kennedy, and anything could happen.
He then brought on Dana Perino, whose opinions are usually very insightful. But surprisingly, she wasn't fond of an RFK Jr. candidacy.
How disruptive will RFK Jr. be in the Democratic primary?
Well, I think probably not much. Their initial reaction was like, it's a flea on an elephant. They can't even feel it. They don't matter. It doesn't matter. But that poll that you showed about with Biden's numbers,
bad.
That is really bad. What's interesting is, Mark Twain said history doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So it is interesting that it is a Kennedy who now is saying, okay, I'll take on this person who has put our country into a malaise.
So you're saying maybe the anti-vaccine left, there could be fertile ground there. But again, where does he go on television? Do you think CNN's going to put him on? Do you think MSNBC or the Sunday shows going to have him on?
Maybe the Sunday shows, but I don't think it's going to be a lot.
I disagree, Dana. Yes, Big Pharma will try to keep Kennedy off TV, but will they succeed? A Kennedy name returning to an old-fashioned way to run a campaign to an entirely new generation? No, I'm not going wonky on you here. If we are ever to right the American ship of state, it's going to take a thorough cleaning out of the Desperado Party as well as the rat wing, and I'm not saying right wing, I'm saying rat wing of the Republicans. RFK Jr. is the best of the Kennedy clan, and compared to the influence of Pelosi, Schumer, Biden, Obama, and the Clintons, he may represent a much-needed dose of hydrogen peroxide on the festering cancer that is our current body politic. I see no other Democrat who has not been pounded into subservience to the world revolution movement. We should all wish that a Democrat candidate would return to some form of pro-American policy, lest we continue to march down this Soros pathway to permanent uncivil war and domestic chaos. And on that path, a dictatorship of one flavor of Satan or another is sure to follow. Fear not, no one can beat Trump in an honest race. So let's root for someone who hopefully can provide a return to some form of sanity and civility from the opposition party. I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day.